So, Matthew, your appraisal this year, how did you blow your appraiser's mind?
It wasn't with anything that I've said about what I've been doing in the year. I can completely answer that. Appraisal, stick to the line. It's like giving a police statement sometimes, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just stick to the facts. Don't embellish. It was actually a throwaway comment, and I didn't mean it in a flippant way. It was purely that my appraiser was sat writing with a pen as we were talking. It was done on Zoom or Teams, whatever you want to call it. It was like this. And they were writing notes, and I think I just said, "Are you actually writing notes?" I didn't think people wrote notes anymore on Teams meetings or Zoom meetings, because you just get AI to write your notes for you, and they just went, "What? I can use that for this?" And I was thinking, well, I'm not an appraiser, but if I was, I would definitely be using it. I mean, I use it for every digital meeting I go to. I have AI recording. I mean, AI is probably recording our conversation now to write subtitles in this platform that we use. So the reality is that technology, and the large language models are good. Like, they're really convenient to use. When I have conversations with people about business things through our doc support channel, I literally do just use AI to write the notes, and I sense check it and I edit it just to make sure it hasn't said anything completely bonkers. But it's probably faster and more accurate than a human writing notes.
Absolutely. I mean, Why
wouldn't you use it? I mean, do you use it? Yeah.
Yeah. So we use it. I mean, from a practice point of view, we had our big partner meeting on a Saturday morning, and one of the partners said, "Can I just put the AI on because otherwise there's a practice manager taking notes." And it was one of those of like going, "Oh, she was scribbling away," and then he said, "Right, I think I've got it here," and he sort of spat it out, and it was within seconds of all of what we discussed about, what we had agreed, in a very legible, and bullet it a bit more, bit less, AI sort of document that's perfectly acceptable for our meeting.
Yeah.
And it's like, done. Thank you very much.
Person A does this, person A, B does that, person C said this and does that. Yeah. We're not talking about using it with patients here at all.
No, and I think it's
purely just life.
and I think that's, we as certainly doctors, certainly NHS wise, we get we're almost at risk of throwing the baby out with the bathwater of sort of like, if you don't want to use AI in your consultation, and I get it, I'm quite reluctant to use it in the consultation, but actually it's really useful. Like even today, like Lexicon have got a dictation function. So even though I'm not using it for my consultations, I'm using the dictation to record my voice and then spit it out, and it goes da-da-da. And I had 2 last minute home visits the other week. They've got a mobile phone app, recorded it on that in the car whilst I was trying not to be too angry and trying to drive to the next home visit and still get home at a reasonable hour. But when I got back to the office, couple of buttons, and like a précis of what I had said was there. So I could just, instead of retyping it all and missing something, or just, to be honest, you end up doing what most busy doctors do and just put like 2 lines, which just is not acceptable. Copy and paste across, done. I was like, brilliant. I can go. And I went home on time, and I was like, this is brilliant, considering I had 2 last minute home visits on a Friday afternoon. To get home on time was a big win. So I was like,
you take that any day. Yeah,
exactly that.
I mean, and we haven't even discussed the fact that you're doing practice meetings on a Saturday morning.
Okay. That was, so I will caveat, that's a business practice meeting when we just couldn't sort of fit it in. But anyway, that's probably one that we need to have a word about. But anyway, so and I think even not. And I think even with like any form of content creation needs that AI bit. I was trying best to put it, and I likened it to a sandwich, partly because I like my sandwiches, of like, as long as you've got your bread of human, like whatever AI you choose to put in the middle is going to be useful. So it could just be even just a simple prompt of like, give me some ideas on, I want to do a video on prostate cancer, give me some ideas. You've put it in, the AI's done the jam, and then you just sense check it with the sort of the bread on top. As long as you're doing that, I think when people fall foul or sort of get tricky with it, is that they trust AI 100% and don't look at it again.
Yes. Yeah, I think sense checking is probably the key bit. I mean, it's probably more economical, efficient than having a medical typist.
Yeah.
That's historically. I mean, that's what you just described. You just described
Absolutely.
dictating something, and somebody typed it. Well, it's just AI typed it, and it did it very quickly. It's the same principle, really, isn't it? But yeah, you'd always sense check it, even if it was somebody else typing it. So why not sense check it if it was AI? Seems fairly sensible to me. But I think it's I don't do appraisals, like I said. If I was doing 10 appraisals a week, I'd probably use it because it would be massively more efficient.
Yeah.
And you could set it up. You can set how different AIs have the back end that you can go into, and you can tell it actually how you want it to spit out the conversation. So you can tell it to say, I want it to meet the form headings that you want for the appraisal. So
Yeah.
just literally.
Oh, nice.
Do you know what I mean? You can stipulate how it works and how it gives you the thing. So, I mean, I do use it in clinical practice in my private clinic, but I can stipulate that it tells me a SOAP note, or I can dictate a patient note, or I can dictate a referral note, and I have a different algorithm that it uses. Same stuff goes in, and it just spits it out as a different format. Brilliant.
And how much time is? Yeah, it's like how much
Hours,
time is that saying? Yes.
Hours. I mean, it's not even. Yeah, it's a ridiculous for the cost of using it. It's peanuts for the amount of hours that it saves to do something. What could be a 20-30 minute type and edit and if it's a long consultation, which I would type out like a hospital letter kind of idea, then I would type that out, and instead I just get AI to give me the breakdown. And then, as you say, if I spoke to you for an hour on a meeting, and it just gave me the whole thing, great.
Yeah, and why wouldn't you?
Why wouldn't you want that?
Yeah, why wouldn't you want that? It's sort of like, and as you say, as long as you check it, you're like, done.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
Anyway, we'll end it there.